What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing coils and spark plugs, or at least pulling what is in the car out and getting prepped to install these new coils and these new spark plugs. We also did buy some more engine flush, some more seafoam. The plan is to pull out the existing coils and plugs, get it at least prepped. It's starting to get dark outside, so got to get some oil as well so we can do some more engine flushes until the oil comes out clean. I want the engine to be as clean as we can get it. We have more oil filters, more of that stuff, so we're going to clean it all up. So sick, that one's broken. I think we can buy a replacement piece for this. It looks like this plastic harness comes apart, so we should be able to buy a replacement. The other two are fine. I loosened this guy, but there is not much you can do with it once it's all connected, so I will probably disconnect this top piece and maybe it'll be a little bit more movable. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so without this top hose, because this thing's just brittle, so if you take that top hose off, it comes off fairly easily. And there we go. Enough room to pull that guy out too. And then we'll set it back. And it is also starting to leak from this bottom connector piece there, so I might just have to replace that O-ring and that. And this last one, let's see if we can get room for that last one as well. All right. There we go. Alright, so it's actually leaking real bad. Super cool. So put a pan under here, so gotta fix a coolant leak now. But we'll get this stuff done. Won't have to worry about it anymore, and we'll be good in the end. So it's all that counts. Disappointing, but it's how it goes sometimes. Alright guys, so decided it would be worthwhile just pulling the coolant reservoir out, so we removed it. I'm going to change the O-ring. I believe it's an O-ring that seals this bottom pipe right here to the actual reservoir itself, and it makes things easy for me. So we'll get this last plug undone. They're all inconsistent. Like, that one was way tighter than any of the other 5 that I've pulled out. So we will see. I will show you guys what they are looking like so far. I am not stoked on what I'm seeing. I think that's just when you have these expensive cars that are just affordable enough. Of course, the maintenance is going to be very expensive on these, and People are very inclined to give loans nowadays, so they're very affordable to the average person. However, these cars are freaking expensive and expensive to maintain. And once you get something like this, most people's general plan is to just drive it and enjoy the car and not really care for the car too much. So I think that is exactly what this thing represents. A really nice car that someone really loved but did not want to invest too much time and money into, because this thing is freaking expensive. Working on this car, it'll be nice when we can enjoy it, but for now we are just fixing all the issues that we have found, which is quite a few. Let's see what this guy looks like. They all have a little bit of oil on the threads and on the head of the bolt, or on the head of the spark plug where the wrench contacts it. So I think we're going to need valve cover gaskets. This side was a little bit worse than what I'm seeing on this side, but both the same. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and clean up out here. We are done underneath the hood of the car. It is now dark, and we'll go inside to see how much the valve cover gaskets are going to cost, and yeah, head inside. Alright guys, so the plan is tomorrow we will go ahead and fix, of course you guys can't see any of this, tomorrow we will go ahead and put new spark plugs, put the coil packs. I'm headed to O'Reilly's actually right now. Supposedly they've got one gasket set left, so we'll see if that's true, but we'll see. So we might have valve cover gaskets to replace tomorrow. As you guys saw, I got the coolant reservoir pulled out, so we can actually get to the valve covers on both sides fairly easily. So we'll go ahead and pull those things off, and should be chilling. So minor setback with this thing, but I think we'll be all good in the end. We'll get the valve covers fixed, we'll get new spark plugs. The old ones were covered in oil and just black. The thing was running so rich because those flaps weren't opening for the intake. So yeah, I am just really glad that we're finding all of these issues and fixing them, so we can actually have a really nice, just a really nice Audi S4 rather than a piece of freaking crap. O'Reilly hooked it up. Alright guys, so we are back in the garage. We picked up our Fel Pro gasket set. Tonight I am actually going to spray a little bit of seafoam inside each combustion chamber, using that seafoam spray, just to clean as much carbon as I can. Based off those spark plugs, the car was running super rich, so it would definitely be beneficial to clean everything that we can, flush as much as we can. I'm going to flush the engine like 3 times before we start beating on it, and we're going to make sure everything is as clean as possible inside. I wouldn't be mad if that exposed any more issues with the engine or the car or whatever, but I just want to start fresh with the car and make sure everything is to my standard, which isn't even that high, honestly. It's not even that high. It's just basic stuff. And then we can start ripping on the car and having some fun.